Hey guys, I'm Carson, and this is my speech on why you should buy a Polaris instead of other off-road name brands. Polaris at the moment is the biggest name brand out there in the off-road vehicle market. They make around 8 different models of vehicles between side-by-sides, four-wheelers, things like that. They have RZRs, Rangers, Generals, and then 4 to 5 different models of four-wheelers. What makes Polaris such a good vehicle to choose is the fact that they are very sporty, which is what people want nowadays. You have the RZRs, which are arguably, and what a lot of people believe to be, the best sports vehicle on the market, especially these 1000 RZRs. They have the second most horsepower out of any make and model, and they have more control, more endurance, and just better overall quality features. Theirs is way better than anybody else's out there. Some comparisons are you have Honda makes the Talon, Can-Am makes the Commander, Yamaha makes a XYZ, and those are the ones that Polaris competes with. And as far as sports models go, they blow them out of the water. It isn't even close. Next, their utility model is the Ranger. The Ranger is a great vehicle. It is more for farm use or for hunters is what a lot of people will buy. The reason you should buy this is it's just like a little truck. It can do about anything. You know, it's got enough horsepower to go anywhere you want it to go, but it also has a lot of towing power and a lot of pulling power. So that, you know, you can take it out in the mountains, you can go through mud holes, but at the same time you can load logs in the back of it, you can put a deer in the back of it, you can do anything with it. And a lot of people will go with the Ranger because it is the only Polaris model that has a bench seat. And it is also one of the only models out there out of all side-by-sides or four-wheelers that has a bench seat. Most just have the bucket seats nowadays. So that's why a lot of people will go with the Ranger. Next, you have your Generals. A General is kind of just a jack of all trades. It's a mix between the RZR and the Ranger. It has the more horsepower that is like a RZR, but it also has the utility features that a Ranger has. You know, they come loaded out with everything. Some of them have backup cameras. They have rear view mirrors. You can get them with the big speakers. You can get lifts on them. They're really like a truck. They have a forward and a backwards camera. They're the only ATV out there that has that. Me working at an ATV dealership in Keepers and Logan, I get to see a lot of what people buy. And I know for 100% fact that Polaris is what most people are into nowadays. You have certain things like you have the Terex and you have Honda dirt bikes that can compare with certain aspects, but overall nobody can compare with what Polaris does. You know, the RZRs, like I said, are by far the best sport vehicle out there. Their power, their control, their durability, nothing compares. You won't match it. You can search up these videos and see everything of how RZRs will just go anywhere. They make them. They have like 10 different models of the RZRs. They have the High Lifter Edition, which is, you know, their mud hole thing. It's got 32-inch tires. It's got treads on it that are huge, bigger than your hand. You know, it'll go through any kind of mud hole. And then you have your Rock Climber Edition, which also has 32-inch tires and can go up any kind of rocks. You know, they have low gears that are designed to do that kind of stuff. They're the only they're the only side-by-sides out there that have that kind of thing. You know, then you have the regular XP 1000s, which are, you know, they're more like your traditional RZRs you would see. You know, they're just like that. And then you have your Turbo S's. The Turbo S's are awesome. They have a 72-inch wheelbase, so they're wide. They're about as wide as a Jeep. They some special models are called your Ride Command models, and your Ride Command models have a GPS located in them. They have their own GPS tracking system, which Generals also have that. You know, you can pull up anywhere. It'll show you a map of anywhere. You can route your ride out. They're the only side-by-sides that do that. No other side-by-side can compare to that. And then you can get Rangers like that too. You can get Rangers with the cab system that have heating, cooling, windshield wipers. And you also got the Polaris 4-wheelers, which are really good. You know, the Sportsmans and stuff like that, they're really good. They're not known to tear up, is what a lot of people like about Polaris. They're sporty, but at the same time, they're very durable. You know, if I had to rank them, it goes, what you sell the most of, it goes Razor, and then Ranger, and then General, and then the Sportsmans. You know, like I said, nobody out there can compare with Polaris when it comes to overall, fun, sporty, can go wherever you want to with it. At the same time, it is durable, reliable, and you ain't going to have it in the shop too often. You know, if you're done with them, you might tear it up. But as far as that go, Polaris is the way to go. Honda, Can-Am, Kawasaki, Yamaha, nobody can compete with them. What they have done is really, with creating the Razor back in 2008, really changed, riding as we know it today. If they would have never come out with the Razor, you would never have all these other models. You wouldn't have a Talon, you wouldn't have a Terex, you wouldn't have all this stuff. So when people think of side-by-sides, Polaris should be the first thing they think of, especially the Polaris Razor. And they followed it up with greatness with the Ranger and the General. So if I was recommending to anybody what kind of side-by-side I would get, definitely a Polaris. And my personal opinion, I would go with a Razor.